Fire officials say drone aircraft interfered in firefighting efforts during two devastating fires last week. First, a drone temporarily grounded firefighting aircraft in the lake fire near Big Bear. Then, on Friday, officials say several drones delayed firefighter response in the I-15 fire near Cajon Pass, where 20 vehicles were destroyed. Here with more on drones and fire response are my guests, CAL FIRE's KENDAL BORTISSER and Larry Hinman, Professor Emeritus at the University of San Diego. And KENDAL, specifically, what kind of problems do drones cause when somebody's trying to fight a fire?
Well, essentially, it comes down to the fact that if a drone encounters one of our aircraft, it can take the aircraft down. We're reminded in 2009 of the commercial airliner on the Hudson River that was brought down because it hit a group of birds. A drone would have a catastrophic effect on a helicopter or a fixed-wing aircraft in the event that they were to collide.
Now, are these drone encounters, KENDAL, are they isolated incidences, or do they seem to be a lot more of them, and are they kind of trending across the country?
Yeah, we saw a few of them last year, but we're certainly seeing more of them now because they're so readily available. You can buy them for $40 on the internet all day long, so everybody's buying them.
Now, during last week's lake fire, CAL FIRE tweeted out this message, and I want to read it correctly here. Tonight, a hobby drone grounded firefighting aircraft by flying over the lake fire. When you fly, we can't. It puts our pilots' lives at risk. So, Larry, why are some drone users actually captivated by filming wildfires or devastation if they know it can put people at risk?
Well, I assume most of them just don't think about the risks that it incurs for those fighting the fires, and it's just exciting to them, you know. And one of the challenges is to get them to see the possible terrible consequences of their actions.
Now, what about the ideas? Are these mostly hobbyists, do you think, or is this the idea? Is news media playing into this?
Well, right now, I think they're primarily hobbyists, though CBS did contact one of the, drone pilots to see if it could obtain video of the Cajon fire. So, and you see the future. It's not far away, where paparazzi now use drones instead, and these are just going to be ubiquitous.
Sure. Well, in response to the drone interference in the fires in this past week, state lawmakers actually introduced a bill that would allow drones to be destroyed or disabled by first responders. So, Larry, let me ask you this. If these drones are getting in the way, is legislation the answer to fixing the problem?
Well, I think legislation is part of the answer. I mean, the first part, I think, is simple education, getting the word out to all these people. And then the second part is having some regulatory structure, which we're just in the process of articulating. Legislation, and in particularly punitive measures, sort of are the last resort when everything else has failed.
And KENDAL, what advice would you, if you were front to front with, let's just say at this point, hobby drone users, what would you say to them as a firefighter?
Well, essentially, no drones over fire zones, and just exactly what you had said. If you're flying, we can't. It will ground our aircraft. Our planes are flying at 120 knots, and an encounter would be devastating. So we have grounded all of our aircraft anytime we see any drones in the area.
And it seems like you were using social media. CAL FIRE is anyway sending out these tweets and other various things. So how are you getting that message out?
Yeah, well, that's one way we're doing it. And Larry brought up a great point when we were just doing the radio, is that starting at the elementary school level, I mean, we're actively involved in the communities doing fire safety programs, community education. This is one more element that now we're going to have to add to the elementary schools and talk to kids about it because it's becoming quite popular.
Yeah, I knew you had something to say on that, Larry.
And that's one more element of a larger picture of helping kids become aware of the unintended consequences of very alluring technology. And we've been fighting that battle with texting for quite a while.
Yeah, we saw the poster of Smokey the Bear with a drone, which I just love, like moving forward on that. But KENDAL, we have to end on this. Are drones, do you see drones being used by firefighters?
I know they're being used throughout the nation by different fire agencies. I think they have a real specific purpose. I know the media is looking at using them, and as of right now, CAL FIRE is not utilizing them. Certainly with the way technology is advancing, perhaps one day down the road we may find the need for them. But the bottom line is when we're flying our aircraft, even if we are utilizing, we're not going to be flying drones in the area. We just can't have that. It's too dangerous.
All right. KENDAL BORTISSER and Larry Hinman, thank you so much.
Thank you.